we are going to go over the puzzle cube of doom. Now let's go through some of the rules and regulations, if you wouldn't mind. The finished object is going to be a 3x3 cube that you can see right here. There's 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. That means that total in your cube there are 27 pieces when you're completed. Now the rules are really simple. You can't have any straight pieces. What's a straight piece? That is a straight piece right there. That is no 3-piece straights, no 2-piece straights, no 1-piece straight. Absolutely no straight pieces. Now you also can't have any duplicate pieces. What's a duplicate piece, you ask? Well, there's an L-shaped right there, and there is another L shape. So absolutely no duplicate pieces. All your pieces have to interlock, meaning there can't be separate layers like a layer cake. Every single piece has to interlock like with the other pieces with the other layers. And finally, you have to have a minimum of 5 sections of puzzle pieces, or 5 individual pieces right here. So those are the rules. If you're not sure about these rules, stop this video right now, pause it, and ask for clarification on these. Now, this is the finished object. This is what you're actually looking for. This is a 3x3 interlocking puzzle cube. I can start disassembling it, like so, into its individual pieces, and you can see that it comes apart. And you can see that all my pieces interlock. There are multiple layers right here, and I can put it together relatively easy. That is the finished object. Now, in order to get to this finished object, we have a few steps right here. The first step, or the first major step I should say, is assembling this small plastic block. So let's go ahead and get started. Let me switch my page right here. The first thing that you're going to be doing is starting with basic plastic blocks, like so. These are just cubes and they interlock. Now remember, when you do this, there's no straight pieces, there's no duplicate pieces, and that you have to have a minimum of 5 sections. Now the way that I normally start this is just by taking some shapes, just like so, and building a basic piece. You can take it like so. There's 3 pieces like that. And then my first piece, I usually like to be a little complicated. So I'll go up like that. And then, say, over a couple. So this is a big honkin' puzzle piece. So that is my first piece right there. Make sure that it all clicks together really nice and tight. Now from here, I'm going to switch colors. You have to remember that every single piece that you make has to be a different color. So I am going to start filling in just some random shapes, some random colors. Because our whole idea here is that it is a 3x3 cube. But other than that, there's really no rules. I can put this together however I'd like, just as long as I abide by the constraints set forth initially in that video. So there I've got a little L shape right there. I'm going to switch colors again and start filling in some of the rest of the pieces. Okay, now I have a problem because this blue piece and this pink piece are duplicates. So I have to somehow modify that, which I'll put a block in right there so that I don't have duplicate pieces. Okay, just like so. Now I've got to keep on building, and I'll switch colors yet again, because remember, every single section that you build has to have a different color. Got to turn this piece around a little bit. Now looking at the remainder of the block that I have, I've got a couple problems. I've got an L shape, which I've already done, and I would have a straight piece right there. So I have to modify my design, what I actually wanted to put in there. So I am going to go like that, but that still gives me a straight piece and a square. So if I pull off this right here, that blue piece, now I could come here, down, and then fill that up. So I'll switch pieces, switch colors yet again into orange. And remember, when you do this, there's a minimum of 5 actual puzzle pieces. So you want to make sure that you don't just have like 2 or 3 actual pieces in there, that you have at least 5. Okay, so right here, if we take a look at what we've done, we have a 3x3 cube with no straight pieces, no duplicates. Now here comes a little bit about the problem. Now that you have it together, you actually have to slowly and carefully take it apart. What I would suggest, if you happen to have a cell phone at this point, you want to start taking pictures of how this goes together, and that way you have a record that it does indeed go together, and it'll help you when you actually assemble this. So now we know that this goes completely together, and we will start carefully taking it apart so that we have each individual piece. Now sometimes it gets a little bit frustrating and it comes apart like this, which you have to be careful of. You want to keep your pieces together, at least as together as you can keep them. Okay, so there's my orange piece. There's my brown piece. My green piece. Come on, green piece. pink piece and my blue piece. Okay, so these are all the pieces that actually make up my puzzle. Now that we have all the pieces together that actually make the puzzle, you have to make them out of wood. And this is a little bit easier said than done. These are your wooden pieces, okay? Now when you put these pieces together, you are going to, let me switch pages. You are going to use these plastic pieces as a guide. That's why we did that. You have your 5 pieces done, and you're going to use your plastic cubes as a model for your wooden cubes. You have to create the exact cube that you have. So we have these already. You're going to create the exact piece that you have, just made entirely out of wood. You want to be careful that you don't use too much glue because it'll squeeze all over everywhere. And when you're done with these pieces, you are going to color them the exact same color as the plastic cube. So let me show you here. Here's a cube, and I'm just going to put a dot of glue, just like that, on it. Press these together and hold them for maybe 10 seconds or so. That'll help the glue set up and penetrate into the wood. So I am making this piece like so. So now that I have these two together, I need to go up one. So I'm putting a little dot of glue on there, and just like our puzzle cube or our plastic piece, I'm going to squeeze these together, hold them for about 10 seconds, and there is my actual piece. Now give this piece about 5 minutes to dry, and you are going to go ahead and actually color that using a colored pencil, the exact same color that this is. So you're going to give it 5 minutes, take a blue colored pencil to it, and color this completely blue. You're going to repeat the activity for every single piece that you have here. Now once you're all said and done, and you actually make everything, your finished cube will look just like this. Okay, your plastic cube, and your wooden cube will be an exact model of it. So if we check this out, you can see that my has orange right here, orange right there, green, green, blue, blue, and orange on the color on the corner. When I remove this piece, like so, it corresponds to that piece, like so. When I remove my 2 pieces right here, they are the exact 2 pieces right there. And you can see that the pink and the brown are interlocked just like that. So that is the assignment, at least to get to the wooden portion, so that your cube from plastic is the exact same cube that you make in wood. Stop this video, rewind it, and replay it as many times as you need in order to get the concept. Once we are done with this, we're not actually done with the assignment yet. We're actually going to go on and model this in the computer using Autodesk Inventor. So good luck with this, and when you are completed with this, show it to me so I can give it the approval. Stop this video, rewind, and replay as many times as you need to get the concept.